Uh-oh. Move it over. No, you got to move it all the way over. Hang on. Oh, you got to scooch this way a little bit.
What, I do?
Yeah. See, nobody knows you're here. Look.
Okay, we got Facebook going live. Hello, say hello to Facebook.
Hello, Facebook.
We got YouTube going live.
Hello, YouTube.
Say hello to YouTube.
And Instagram, where we said we were going to be.
Hello, Instagram. Hello, everyone. We got all of our lives going. This is the first.
Yes. You should probably scoot. Can you scooch this way a little? There we go.
Well, see, look at you there.
But there's.
Let's put our heads like this the whole time.
Hello. I mean, that's kind of how we're attached anyway.
It's okay. They know what we look like.
Look, this dog has been asleep all morning.
Yes.
Why is he barking now?
As I need to be on TV.
This little stinker.
No, hush.
Hey, friends.
Hello, everyone. The purpose of today's live video, we're going to talk about our Restoring Hope weekend events.
How excited are you? Are you excited? Do you care at all? Oh, someone's here from New Zealand. I wish you would come to our weekend.
Yeah, come from New Zealand. That will be the best.
I will tell you this.
And Germany.
We have a friend who lives in Australia who has booked his hotel for ORN weekend.
Really?
Now, he's not real sure if he's going to actually make it here or not.
Really?
Yes, really.
Huh,
really.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's been here before. So he really wants to come for this weekend. So we'll keep all of our digits crossed.
That would be cool.
Because he'll be our furthest traveling guest ever.
He's like coming for the award from furthest away.
Ooh,
that's my whole purpose. We usually do. So hello everyone. Yes, so we're getting questions on YouTube.
We're getting questions everywhere.
We're going to get questions everywhere.
Patient with us because we're having to watch 3 different outlets. So if you don't get your question answered, ask it again, okay? And this one has quit like scrolling up.
Are you getting? Oh yeah, there's questions.
See,
okay.
I'm
not getting questions on Facebook.
All right, it's okay. It's all right.
But anyway.
Oh, she thrifted some kid gloves today. Woo, woo. This is important. All right, I'm gonna calm down now.
So you want to go over? Is there anything else? Let's talk about the completely different pilgrimage from which we attach our weekend.
Yes.
How different it is.
Should we tell them that I'm chairing pilgrimage this year?
Yes. Now, if you came to the last Restoring Hope weekend, which a lot of the people that came to the first came to the second, and I'm sure will come to the third. And if you haven't come, you need to get involved with this community because it is amazing, and we're all friends. And it's what is it like, Laine? What's the experience? Everybody makes friends, and it's
hard to describe.
Isn't it? You have to come to see it.
When you were in high school and you would go to summer camp and you would make those like deep, intense friendships at summer camp that were like such emotional bonds that are different than any other bond that you make anywhere else for some reason. That's the closest I can think of to describe.
And we're all kind of doing the same thing. And so we get to talk about it.
We have the same passions.
Yeah.
It's like,
these are going to be your people. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you watch us at all, the people that come to this weekend, they're your people. You're going to love them. Everyone has gotten along so well. And we've enjoyed getting to know so many of these people.
Weekends.
And we call them friends. And if you'll come, we'll call you friend. But traditionally, the pilgrimage weekend, which is the tour of all of the private homes. There are some amazing museum homes in Natchez, Mississippi, tons of them that are open year round, but only once or twice a year are these private homes open, and they are incredible.
They're unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
That's why we live here.
But traditionally, they have been open every 4th day. So if you're here for 3 days, you can't even see them all. And during our weekend, we had, a handful of houses that we could see.
Right.
And that is annoying to a lot of people.
They were all $20 to $25 a piece to get into.
Every one of them had a separate ticket price. And we found that annoying. We've heard from you, actually, many times. Man, I went there and I was so excited to see this house or this house, but it wasn't open those days. And I didn't really know what was going on. I thought it was pilgrimage and all the houses were open. Well, now, during pilgrimage, all the houses are open.
All 18.
There are 18, homes. Which actually is like 3 or 4 more than usual, too.
Yes.
Are open during pilgrimage. Pilgrimage has been shortened to 2 long weekends. So
and
it's
go ahead.
March 27, 28, 29, 30. That's a Thursday through Sunday.
Yes.
Is the first weekend. And then the second weekend is April 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Yes. But our ORN weekend is the first weekend,
yes.
the 27th through the 30th. That's the weekend where we are officially getting together as a family, having all of our private events, our fun stuff, doing things as a group is the 27th through the 30th. I am so excited about having all the homes open and available to you. One of the things, again, one of the big feedbacks we got, like Kevin said, was homes aren't open. We wanted to see this one. We didn't get to. It's confusing. We paid cash at this door. We bought a ticket over here for this one. These people didn't know they had to take the cash, so they didn't take the cash. So now we have to go do it online. It's all gone. Do you want to explain to them how the ticketing is done now?
There's one ticket for all of the houses now. So there are actually 2 home tour tickets. One includes the museum houses, Stanton Hall and Longwood. If you've not seen Stanton Hall and Longwood, you must purchase that because those houses are incredible.
Don't mess.
If you're like us and you've been to Natchez several times, or you're from around here and you've seen Stanton Hall and Longwood many, many times, I don't know where to look.
I know. The poor Facebook is getting like the top of my head.
If you have seen those houses multiple times and you want to see some new houses, then you can purchase a ticket for just the private homes. And it's one ticket price. You get a wristband, and you will have those 4 days of whichever weekend you come, hopefully the first weekend, so you can do all of our events. But you'll have that wristband, and you can go into all 18 homes. They're open every day from 9 to 4.
Can I tell them how much the tickets cost?
Sure.
So the 18 house ticket, and you've probably seen this. If you've probably seen all this stuff, but I got to tell you anyway. 18 private homes for $100. That is the price.
That's like $5.
4 homes. It's $5.50 a house. Okay. If you had come last year to Pilgrimage, you could have seen 4 houses for that much money. This year, you can see 18 houses. We also have them all on a set schedule. So tours are on the hour, every hour, 9, 10, 11, break for lunch, then 1, 2, and 3 every day. So if you come for the whole weekend, you should be able to see all 18 or 20 houses, depending upon how you want to run your schedule. If you want to do the 18 private homes plus the 2 museum homes, it's $125. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1 on the museum homes. The museum homes are usually $25 each. With this package, you get the 2 museum homes for $25. It is a ridiculous value.
Yes, we want to make it easier on the homeowners. We want to make it easier on you. One ticket, and you've got that wristband all weekend long. You're going to be able to see all of those amazing houses.
There is a good question here that I do want to address because it goes into how do you buy these tickets? So Jay wants to know, I've never been to this. Where does one stay? On the Pilgrimage Garden Club website, pilgrimagenatchez.com. You can buy your tickets for the home tours, and we have a where to stay tab. So you can click on that where to stay, and it gives you a list of all of the kind of like B&Bs, luxury inns that we personally would recommend. Okay. These are ones that Kevin and I know the owners. We know the properties. We know you have a fabulous experience.
They're all
there,
incredible
right?
places to stay.
They've kind of been vetted, I guess,
yes,
a little bit.
Yes, and they're all convenient to get into and to get to all of the houses. There are several hotels in Natchez, Mississippi, if you don't want to do the B&B. But I would mention the Grand Hotel is kind of centrally located.
Yeah.
But
who doesn't want to do a B&B?
I mean, I'm just saying, they may all book up. So you need to make your plans now. Get those houses booked. We've been saying for a long time, book your stay. So hopefully you guys have. There's a
lot. So we've done Pilgrimage over 2 weekends that there are a lot of other things going on. So things are booking, and we're not saying we get nothing for hotels getting booked up at all. We get nothing for any of this really. So when we say to you, book your hotel now, I'm so sincerely not kidding. You need to book your hotel now, or there will not be any rooms left, because we've got Lafayette's Landing reenactment that first weekend. We have Junkin' on the River the second weekend. I mean, it's packed.
There is a lot.
Someone says, Evelyn wants to know, are there buses this year? So we'll get to the price of the whole package weekend with all of our events and Pilgrimage here in a little bit. We did a survey at the end of last year, asked people what was important to them, what was not important to them. Buses ranked really low in order. Like at the beginning, people were really excited about the buses. And then as the weekend goes on, people kind of trickle off the buses. The buses are very expensive. And so we cut the buses and are able to keep the price of the weekend, added more events, which we've added. So basically when we calculate our full ticket price, right, including the pilgrimage ticket, and then there's another event that's not technically an ORN event, but you're going to want to go to, all of those together, we're keeping the price under a certain level, and we're able to do that because we did not commit to the extreme cost of the buses this year.
And the buses were great, I know, for a lot of out of town people, but and I didn't tell you this, but I think we will work on some sort of a ride share thing.
Yeah,
I don't know how that'll work exactly, but maybe some people who have a car or who have rented a car will maybe set up a page specifically for that.
We can do that.
Yeah. So we'll try to make friends and find rides.
And somebody wants to know what the temperature is generally during this. You never know. It's the last weekend in March, first weekend of April. Could be 80, could be 40. So stay fluid.
Most likely going to be 70s.
70s.
Yeah, it's very nice here.
All of our events are planned for outside. So we are planning for regular spring weather, which should be lovely. We're later this year than we were last year, so we should hopefully miss the terribly rainy season.
Yes, we hope to miss the rain.
Please, Lord, let us miss the rainy season.
But the flowers are all in bloom. It's beautiful here in the spring, right?
It'd be a gorgeous time of year.
Okay, you want to go through all of our events?
Yes!
Okay. Now, 3 of these events, okay, let's get this out of the way.
Okay.
3 of these events, we have to put a hard number on. 2 of them, the number is pretty low.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, and what we've always done, is we will make these available to our Restoration Nation citizens before we make them available to everyone else. If you're not a citizen, it only costs $5 a month. You go to our website, and it's Become a Citizen or something like that page. You can sign up to do that, and then you will have access to those limited ticket events before everyone else. Now, there are who's that for? Now, there are
my mom will be mad at you. Sorry.
There are those 3 events. If you are a citizen, you're not guaranteed to get a ticket to those events because they are pretty limited. There are 2 of them that we are limiting to 50 people, and 1 is 80 people. So we will let you know in plenty of time in advance when that ticket's going for sale, and then it's just first come, first serve.
Well, didn't we decide when we were gonna
tell
them today?
We're going to do Tuesday at noon. Is that right?
The 14th at noon Central Time. The citizens will have access to the tickets. The 15th at noon Central Time, they'll go live on the website for everybody. So the 14th for citizens at noon on our website, ourrestorationnation.com. The 15th for everybody at noon at ourrestorationnation.com. So we're sorry. There are a couple really, really, really special places that we want to take you and special things we want to do, but because of you'll see here in a second, there's some special circumstances that don't allow us to make it just like everybody who wants to come can come. And
right. And as per usual, on the events that we create, we try to get you into places that you cannot get into, and we're going to feed you a lot. So you got to eat anyway, right? So we are going to feed you. So we begin with the first day, which is March 27th. It's Thursday, 7:30 a.m. I know. We are having breakfast at Frankie's.
Friends with Frankie's.
Yes, and that is a limited ticket to 80 people.
But let's make sure I understand that Frankie's is not a cafeteria. We used to have a cafeteria in Arkansas called Frankie's.
Yeah.
That was like an old people cafeteria.
Okay. Tell them about Frankie's.
Frankie's is the coolest.
Frankie's on Main.
It is the coolest, hottest, hippest restaurant in Natchez, Mississippi. It should be in New Orleans or LA or Chicago. Like, it is the coolest place around. It is if we're going to go out for a special date night, we go to Frankie's. It's inside the Britton Koontz Bank building, which is a turn of the century or really a mid-19th century beautiful bank. They've redone it, kept all of the original interiors. So it's got the teller windows and the vault, and it's so fantastic. Say again, Lance. It's at pilgrimagenatchez.com. Buy tickets. That's where you buy the tickets for the tour camps. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip out. So it's the coolest interior ever. And they're going to do some really special things for us. They're going to do like an egg bar where you can get your eggs a certain way. And there'll be several like eating stations around in Frankie's, and coffee, tea, water are included. They will have their bar open. It'll be a cash bar because liquor is always extra. You know how that works. And that will be our registration morning. So for those of you who can get here and are able to, you'll pick up your packet with your lanyard, your goodie bag, and your wristband. You will not have to go to chaos that's going to be at the carriage house where everybody else is going to be getting their tickets. You will have yours available there. So special for our special people.
Yes. Now, and if you don't make that breakfast or you can't get a ticket to it, we will have our packets available also at the carriage house.
Yes.
At Stanton Hall. You can also buy some tickets there. That's where you will get your tickets
for the other events.
For other events. Okay. So that's breakfast from Frankie's, which is a very, very cool place. You're going to love. The next event we have is Friday at lunch. This is
I wanted to talk about, I know that's not our event, but I want to talk about the Thursday night.
Okay, Thursday night, yes.
So here's the deal. This is not an ORN event. This is a PGC, a pilgrimage event, but I don't want you to miss this event. We are having Miss Julia's soiree at Longwood. My friend Laura, if you've come to an ORN weekend before, you know Laura. She's one of our hostesses that takes you around. She's chairing this event. Miss Julia's soiree is happening at Longwood. It is a costume ball. You can wear cocktail wear if you don't want to do a costume, but we are encouraging people to choose a costume from 1840 to 1870. You will be greeted by Miss Julia Nutt, whose husband Haller Nutt built Longwood. We'll be on the grounds of Longwood. We're going to have a band. We're going to have Southern food there. So eating, drinking, dancing. And then we are going to be bringing back portions of, we used to have a big pageant here in Natchez that had waltzes in costumes, a maypole dance. We will be bringing that back at Miss Julia's soiree. So you'll get to watch costume dancers and maybe participate in that a little bit. And then the presentation of our Camellia and Azalea Queen. So that's something new that's coming too.
And something for best dressed.
Oh, and a prize for the best costume. I forgot about that. Yes, a prize for best costume. How could I forget that? That's one of the most fun things.
If you don't have a period costume, most people probably will not. It's going to be fun because there's so many people will.
You don't know how many people are coming. I know how many costumes are being made.
Don't worry, come and it'll be fun, and we can enjoy all those that are in costume because I probably won't be. Am I going to be in fun?
I don't know that we'll be able to. We're going to have a lot going on that weekend.
I know, we'll see. But that's a great event, and you can purchase that right now at pilgrimagenatchez.com. It's Miss Julia's soiree. Y'all, we have
you
animals.
Go ahead. Let's see what's wrong.
I'm doing coughing over here myself. Which one is that? We've actually got two with a bad cough. Mayella is mad because.
I don't know why she's mad. She want a drink? Keep going, baby.
No. Okay, so that's Miss Julia Soiree. That's Thursday, March 27th. That night evening at Longwood. Begins at what time? 6 o'clock, I think.
6 to 8.
All right. So our next event will be Friday at lunch at noon.
Okay, I want to talk about this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Because this is my friend's house. This house, I need you to understand, is never open. Never. Most people don't even know it's in Natchez because the owner of this house is so utterly private. It's 5 minutes up the road from Hope Farm. Most people don't know it's here.
But in the woods.
If you Google it, one picture comes up and no information. And because Leah, who is also one of your hostesses from the last 2 years, loves you and loves this group and wants to be part of this, we are having the Big Easy at Belmont at lunch on Friday. Friday? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
So Belmont is a 1840s home that when her husband, Walter, bought the house, the entire west side of it had collapsed. And he has completely restored Belmont. So you'll be treated to a tour of the first floor of Belmont, because that's they're not their private living quarters. And then we will be celebrating the Big Easy. Her husband's from New Orleans. They have fleur-de-lis out in front of their house. So everything will be very New Orleans themed. We're going to be having a crawfish boil.
Mardi Gras themed, I guess.
No, it's just New Orleans.
New Orleans themed, okay.
Because Mardi Gras is over.
Well, yeah.
Well over by then, and these things are all year long in New Orleans.
Yeah.
They're not. New Orleans is a theme all the time, right? It's like and they call Natchez the Little Easy. So New Orleans is the Big Easy, Natchez is the Little Easy because we are like a teeny tiny New Orleans.
Yeah.
So we're doing the Big Easy at Belmont, and then there will be. So last year we did the scavenger hunt on St. Patrick's Day with the little pots of gold. This year we're going to do our own version of a king cake where you'll draw something out of your cupcake or your piece of cake, and there'll be some prizes included in that. So you do not want to miss the lunch.
That's a limited ticket, so you might have to set your calendar for
that is limited to 50.
Noon on Tuesday is when that's going to go for sale for citizens.
Yes.
And it's not going to make it to regular people, believe me.
No, there's no way. There's no way. No.
Okay. That's going to be an amazing event on a beautiful property. The next thing we have is Friday night at Hope Farm.
Hope Farm.
It is our Faith, Hope, and Love what? Festival?
Faith,
dinner.
Hope, and Love dinner. Goodness, the way he prepared for this, you'd think he would be ready to
Faith,
go.
Hope, and Love something.
It's a dinner at Hope Farm.
I need to flip this page, don't I?
Yeah. So, we always have to get together at Hope Farm. The Hope Farm is on tour this year. Where's Hope Farm in relation to the venues?
What venues?
What venues?
It's close.
Everything is close.
Everything takes 3 to 5 minutes in downtown Natchez. Belmont is 2 miles out. I mean, it's a little further out.
It takes me 5 minutes to get to Belmont
from here.
It takes me 10 minutes to get to another one.
Anyway, from the bluff.
Everything is close.
It's very close.
And there's no traffic in Natchez.
Right.
Anyway, Faith, Hope, and Love dinner at Hope Farm. So Hope Farm is on pilgrimage this year. The PGC invited us to be on tour. We're very, very, very honored. But we will only be showing the main house on tour. It's just too chaotic to try to get people into the L and out and around and all that. So they'll get the main house with before pictures, blah, blah, blah. If you come to the Faith, Hope, and Love dinner, first of all, the food's going to be fantastic because Frankie's is going to do that again. Yeah. So I've talked to him about what I want there at the Faith, Hope, and Love dinner. It's going to be in the courtyard under party lights again, food under tents, but you'll get the tour of the main house and you'll get a tour of the L. You'll be the only ones who get to go into the L and see how far it's come.
Yeah, and we have no idea what it's going to be like in March, the end of March. We
hope it's drywall, may not.
We hope it's further along. We've almost completed electrical and plumbing are both basically roughed in.
Yeah. Who knows?
So who knows? We're working on windows and doors and we've still got stuff going on.
Speaking of windows and doors, we have a super special treat that night.
Oh,
this is the big fun thing that's going to be happening at Hope Farm that night. You'll have to add each package individually, Angie, because so many of the tickets are limited this year. Everybody's asking, is it one package or are they individual? It's a la carte.
Everything's a la carte.
You'll have to buy them individually because there are limited tickets. If we had plenty, hey, Danya, that's I happened to look up and see my dear friend Danya. If you saw the beautiful Mother of the Bride dress that I did, that's my friend Danya that just joined us on Facebook. Because we wanted to do one package, but we couldn't because like Hope Farm and another one of the events, we can have 300 people if 300 people want to come, but there's 2 events that we are limited to 50 and we cannot do more than that just because of space. Yes, you do need to come to this, Danya. You would love it.
You do.
Anyway, okay, so I'm even going to what our fun thing is. Speaking of windows, doors, etc., our fun thing at the Faith, Hope, and Love dinner, you've met our carpenter, John Cooper, on YouTube, right? And you can see that he's an incredible, incredible, incredible carpenter. He's also an incredible, incredible, incredible musician. So one of the things that sometimes John isn't here on Monday mornings because he's had a gig on Sunday night and he's still tired. So he's going to be playing for us at the Faith, Hope, and Love banquet. So you'll get food, drinks. Every one of the things is going to have like a wine and beer bar that's open. Liquor will be extra. You'll get food, drinks, a tour of the L, entertainment by John, and then just fellowship at Hope Farm that's separate from the chaos of when pilgrimage is going on. Just us gathered here at Hope Farm.
So if you guys have been to this, Hope Farm is the most special place to have our party, but we do have more great parties. So let's see. So the next night, Saturday night at 6 p.m.
Another place that is not open.
Another amazing, they've got 20, 30 acres of land there.
I think they have 27 acres.
And beautiful Mount Repose.
It is moonlight at Mount Repose.
Yes. So our good friend Diane DuPont just purchased Mount Repose a month or so ago, right? 2 months?
It's been a little longer than that, but time is weird. Time is so weird.
Hey, okay.
Sorry. Life. Anyway,
So we're gonna have, what are we eating at Mount Repose?
We're having a po' boy bar at Mount Repose. Our friends at Wardo's, Tom Graining, they have the best. Kevin loves roast beef. I need you to understand that this man loves roast beef more than anything in the world. And he really loves my mother's roast beef because she does a slow crock pot cook of the roast beef. And he's dying right now. So Wardo's is going to come. Tom Graining is going to come. They're putting on a po' boy spread for us. So there'll be the roast beef, there'll be shrimp, there'll be ham, there'll be all kinds of things. So if you happen to be gluten-free, like you can just do this, like you could just eat a big old plate of that roast beef and it will be spectacular. Big old plate of that shrimp, it'll be spectacular. And then some extra little goodies on the side, drinks, desserts. We're trying to do some fun things with dessert. We still haven't quite got that worked out yet, but we'll get there by March the 29th.
Yes, and the other thing we should probably say, if you've come to any of these, we try to hold some things back and leave some surprises for you.
I don't do well with that this time, though.
So
I'm so excited about everything that's
there
going
probably
on.
will be. We're going to be busy like crazy, but we're going to definitely devote better time to you, have more people moving tables, and less lines, more tables. That's something we're really working on this year.
Last time, if you came last time, that we had one buffet line at the events. We forget how many people 100 people plus is when you're trying to get through a line at lunch. So every event we will have multiple stations set up. So you don't have to just like, you're not just like standing in the line. And then if you're the last one in the line, you get to, scrape what's left in the bottom of the barrel.
Yes. So we're trying to make that better. We're always trying to make this weekend better for you. But that's going to be an incredible night. It's going to be a little more casual probably, although the one at Hope Farm will be pretty casual too.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. Then the last thing we have for you. Okay, y'all, this is another limited ticket.
Okay. If you came last time, people are still talking about this.
They're going to be mad at us because this one is limited.
And it's a twofer. It's a house you never get into ever. It'll never be open for anybody ever again for the reason you're about to find out. Okay, go ahead. You can tell them.
It's the sing along with the mayor. If any of you came last year, that was the highlight of the weekend.
Yeah.
Dan Gibson, our mayor, who is an incredible mayor and has our full support.
Oh, yeah.
Has done amazing things for this city, is also an extremely gifted pianist and singer.
An entertainer.
He's
incredible.
Yeah, he just knows all these songs by heart. I don't know how he does it, but he can just knock off all these songs and get everyone singing along with him. And we did this last year as a part of our progressive dinner at dessert, and it was a huge hit.
It was the hit.
So we are doing it at his home this year. It's called Pleasant Hill. You can find it online. A great antebellum home, 1838 maybe.
1838. Is that right? Again, never, ever, ever open. Ever. It's the mayor's house. He doesn't let people come into his home. You can understand why. You're a politician. You don't want the public strolling through your house. So for he and his wife Marla to open their home for us,
it's amazing.
Is an incredible gift. And then for him to play and sing for us at his home. So we're going to eat. We think that's the only event that we don't quite have the menu nailed down for, but we think it's going to be a pasta bar where we're going to have pasta and then all kinds of different toppings. So again, if you're gluten-free, you may not want to eat the pasta, but you can have the chicken or the shrimp, or that there'll be lots of other things from which you can select. Have dinner, tour Pleasant Hill, get a little tour of Pleasant Hill, and then we will enjoy our sing-along like we did last year, which was, it was just the kumbaya moment of the whole weekend. It was so fabulous.
Vanessa's always saying it was a fabulous night. We'll never forget it. And that's the kind of night it is, but there are only 50 tickets available to this. We don't want to bombard them in their home. And so those tickets will go super fast.
Yeah.
Again, Tuesday at noon, be ready, jump on, try to get your ticket. That is the finale.
So let's talk price.
It was amazing.
Yeah, let's talk what it's going to cost you to come and do this. If you do every single one of our events, so this is how many meals?
5.
5.
Yeah, they
our
eat
events, the ORN events are 5 meals.
You got breakfast, lunch, dinner.
2 house tours of houses that are not open. Then prizes and entertainment. If you bought every single one of the events, it's $275. That's ridiculous. If you then buy a one house packet, the single house package for the 18 individual homes, that's $375. Then if you buy so I'm off somewhere. No, I'm not. If you buy Miss Julia's Soiree, it's $450 for the entire weekend. That gets you into 18 homes. It gets you 6 meals, entertainment, prizes.
More than 18 homes because you get into these other homes.
Well, that's
too.
true. 20 homes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is, again, we try
21.
to make it where it is a ridiculous value for what you are getting, a personalized, individualized experience like no other. That you just get to come and enjoy time with like-minded people and friends and have a ball. And what we really wanted, what we were experiencing with pilgrimage was people are coming here. First of all, it was confusing. Like we said, it was 2 months long. Got really like what houses are open, what houses aren't open, how do we even buy tickets, where we wanted to condense it down and make it easier. It's very simple to do, limited amount of time. Pilgrimage tickets are limited too, y'all, so you better jump on those as well. But then in the evenings, people were like, part of the magic of Natchez is the culture of Natchez. It's one of the few places I think in the world where a sense of place still exists. And we have culture and things that we do that are unique to this place. And people who come here and visit want to participate in that. And before, there was kind of no opportunity to do that during pilgrimage. You were just wandering around the city, not knowing where to go, what to do. Well, now not only can you come in, visit the beautiful homes, but you can experience our culture in Natchez, which is so unique and so special. Jay wants to know how many homes one can realistically visit in the weekend. You could do 18.
If you're getting after it, you could do 18.
You could do them all.
You could easily.
I mean, no,
not easily. I mean, you could
do 24 if you come for all 4 days of one of the weekends. The way that the tours are set up, you could see 24
but you wouldn't be able to make it from one to the other and get on the hour probably.
Yeah, you could, because the way we're telling everybody to do tours that are 45 minutes.
If you were really strategic, you could make it to the next one and right on the hour and get to see.
But you can see
24 options. So,
you will get the bang for your buck. Okay. There's no doubt about it. If you're coming to see homes, you can make your plan your trip, and you can do it. Yeah. Now, something else I want to talk about is, so those are our events, right? That's what's happening our weekend. But there are 2 weekends to pilgrimage and a week in between. What we were seeing is a lot of our people were coming and spending a whole week. And so then, like, after our events were done, they were kind of wandering around the city, kind of going, now what do we do? Now what do we do? So we've planned an entire week of events for you as part of the Pilgrimage Garden Club's tour of homes. So if you stay over that Monday, there's a fish fry that
March
you can
31st.
Go to.
Yes.
That'll be wonderfully fun to participate in. That Wednesday is an evening with the spirits. Well, I'm sorry about these little dogs.
That little gray cat came in, so we got to bark at it. What's going on?
Hey, baby girl.
I wanted to address this real quick. Peggy's asking about where to park.
Oh.
Most of these houses are used to this, and there are places to park basically in every one of these tour homes. There will be a place for you to park. For the Hope Farm event specifically, we will approach the church again. That is just a catty corner from our lot. And we'll see if we can't park there. We'll have a police officer to direct traffic and get everyone across safely again for Hope Farm. Because I think we have limited parking here. There are a few houses that don't have 40 parking spots.
No, but here's the beautiful thing about Natchez is that one of the things the way that we've created this event and restructured pilgrimages, we've had the opportunity to go all over the country and speak at events like this. And so we've been able to kind of take what works, and we've seen what makes things difficult. We went to one pilgrimage where the houses were a good 30 miles apart. It would take you 30 minutes to an hour to drive to the next house. Well, luckily, Natchez, Mississippi, many of these homes, you can park in one spot and go see 3 or 4 houses from that one spot.
That's right.
So it makes it, you don't have to drive all around and figure out where to park for every single tour. You can find you a good central spot and do probably a third of the houses because they're all centrally located. And then the ones that are not centrally located, they all have plenty of parking for you. Anyway, let me do Wednesday night. I didn't get to do it because Tet came in and upset everybody. Her name was Circe, but I changed it to Bastet, the Egyptian cat goddess, because We are only here at her.
Her name is Gray Cat.
Anyway, is a evening with the spirits. So we will be opening 4 of our private family cemeteries that Wednesday evening. We're working on shuttle buses. We don't quite have that worked out yet. And we will have costumed actors in 4 of those private cemeteries. You will go cemetery to cemetery to cemetery, and you will meet the residents of those cemeteries. The cool thing about that is that here in Natchez, the people who are in those cemeteries are the people who founded this city and whose family members all still live here. That is one of the things that's so cool about Natchez, is that most of the people who live here are long-term Natchezians. Their families have been here since 1716. So you'll get to meet the residents of those cemeteries.
I mean, you go back in time, basically.
We did a little version of it last year. It was so much fun. We loved it. So we're expanding it, making it bigger this year. Then the next night is the annual Natchez Antique Show preview party. So we're having a huge antique show that following weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be the antique show. Thursday night is the preview party, which will be like early shopping.
This is at Stanton Hall. The show itself is in the carriage house and in the Queen's Room there on Stanton Hall property.
And so you'll get to come and you'll get to shop early. We're going to have a keynote speaker. That'll be somebody that you're going to want to hear. Just a cocktail event, heavy hors d'oeuvres, again, drinks, because it's Natchez, and that's what we do here. We know how to have a good party. And then you'll get to shop all the vendors before anybody else goes in. And that will be a big weekend for antiquing in Natchez if you want to come that weekend, because it's also junking on the river. So there will be vendors here set up from all over the place. So you may want to come. You may want to come in on Wednesday so you can be here for our events Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and stay all the way till the next Friday or Saturday. There's
going to be a lot to do. That's for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Anything else? Should we answer some questions?
I think it's time to answer some questions.
Let's do Jessica McRaney Matthias. Right?
You know Jessica.
I know, but why McRaney Matthias? I mean, why Matthias? Anyway.
Because that's her maiden name.
Okay. Quit using her maiden name.
I love him. He gets confused so easy.
Bless. You got to come in late. Let's see.
Any questions? Let's see. Top 3 list of recommendations of where to stay.
Where to stay? We can't do that though.
God, I'm really, truly. The truth is, if they're on the website,
they are fantastic.
They're on an even plane. There is not a single one of them that I would be like, this one's better than that one. That one's better than this one. The only difference is that some of them are true bed and breakfasts. Like if you stay at the Burn, you will get a breakfast. If you stay, there's a couple of them that are just a little more traditional, like Airbnb, and you'll have to find your own food. So it really just depends upon your personal preference on that.
Should we scroll back up? I
Maybe.
don't see any questions here, but we haven't been looking.
I know.
Let's see here. Okay. We'll go back to the
Bye,
top.
Mike. Okay, so let's just go over again
just
how to buy tickets. Well, let's just go over how to buy tickets again real quick. Make sure everybody knows.
Okay, guys. Thank you. They're excited about buying tickets. All right. The Restoring Hope weekend tickets will be available on our website, ourrestorationnation.com, ourrestorationnation.com. And again, they will go on sale Tuesday at noon for citizens. And so if you're a citizen, you will have access to the citizen side of the website. You'll be able to purchase the tickets there. The next day, Wednesday at noon, we'll move all of those products over to the main page and everyone else can purchase those then.
Yes. And then for pilgrimage, the events that are specifically, the house tours and the pilgrimage events, you will go to pilgrimagenatchez.com. Then you go to the tab that says buy tickets. You scroll down, you can see the house package tickets, and then you scroll down just a little bit further and you see all of the special events. So very, very, very user friendly. No more going in, picking your day, picking
just
your
like
house.
our website's beautiful, amazing website.
I wonder who designed and created the website. I don't
know. If only someone knew. So anyway, if you see something wrong with the website, let me know.
Trust me, people have been very happy to let us know
things
that are wrong with the free website.
I don't really see any other questions.
What are the exact dates again? So our weekend, our Restoration Nation weekend, March 27th through the 30th.
March 27th, breakfast. March 28th, lunch and
Dinner, Hope Farm.
Hope Farm.
They're right there.
Dinner at Hope Farm.
You can just read them off the page. It's okay, sweetie.
Lunch at Belmont. Dinner at Hope Farm. Saturday, the 29th, Moonlight at Mount Repose. That's a dinner. And then Sunday, March 30th, Sing Along with the Mayor. And that's a dinner again.
And Rusty wants to know, what are the costs for the ORN events? Combined, it's $275, Rusty. So if you bought every single thing, it's $275. We will have them listed individually priced on the website when we get them live on the website. Ben Poole wants to know if you're golfing. So there is we forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not an ORN event, but look,
yes,
the dudes may want to do this up. Right? Go ahead. You can tell them about that.
So Saturday, March the 29th is the first annual Pilgrimage Garden Club golf tournament. So it'll be 2-man scramble, and it kicks off, I think, at 9 a.m. at it used to be the Duncan Park Golf Club. They're just calling it Natchez Golf Club now. I don't know why they decided to change the name, but they're building a new golf club. Maybe that's why. It's an amazing course, beautiful course.
Yeah.
And it sits right behind Auburn. So some of you may have seen some of it.
Beautiful.
It is really beautiful. It's a great course. They've got all kinds of fun events going on with that. All kinds of
giveaways.
Giveaways and closest to the whole things. All kinds of fun things. So you can either come as an individual and buy.
I think it's $100 for an individual play, or you can
come as a team.
You
can sponsor. There's
it's
a million things. Well, it's going on the website
now.
Right now, all we have on the website is to sign up, and you buy a ticket for $100.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a blast, and so much thought and preparation has been put into this by Wes Pack. He and Tammy are working hard on all of the pilgrimage side of this, and you guys may know them from our weekends. They've been very supportive of those. They're
handling. Tammy is chairing the antique show. She's one of the chairs for the antique show, and Wes is handling our sponsorships for the pilgrimage side. And so his big idea was this golf tournament. So if you are a woman or a man who wants to come with their wife or husband, and because the wife or husband is in very interested in these old houses and you're not, but you like to golf, we're going to have a golf tournament for you all day long on that Saturday. So you can go golf. Kevin will not be golfing.
I wish.
He wishes he could golf.
Hope Farm will be on tour. So we'll be here giving tours and then doing all of our events.
I will be running around setting up for our events, frenetically trying to get everything ready for our events and making sure that pilgrimage is going okay. Remember, I'm the chair of pilgrimage, so I'm in charge of making sure that all of it goes smoothly. So if I'm crying at some event you see me at, somebody hand me a drink.
Assume that's why.
Stan wanted to know. Stan asked for clarity. Yes, Tuesday the 14th at noon is when the tickets will go on sale for the citizens. On average, what do each B&Bs charge?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I mean,
150.
I would say 150 is going to be a good. I think the Burns prices are around 150. I've booked them for friends before. I know, but they're not. Their lodging in Natchez is way less than you're accustomed to seeing. Like if you went to Savannah or Charleston or Boston or some other place.
But you should jump on those tickets. And I will say too, if you
make sure we answer that.
Really.
Go ahead and finish your thought.
If you really want to go to the sing-along and the lunch, I would get on there at noon, add those to your cart and check out.
Yeah.
And then go back and buy the other tickets.
I would agree.
I'm just saying.
I would agree. So Deborah wants to, and I also want to point out that along with the events that we have discussed already, when you get on the website for the PGC, the pilgrimagenatchez.com website, there are other events. So if you stay the whole week, there is a Bridgerton ball the next weekend that the Packs are throwing at Holly Hedges. There is a very Natchez review that Concord Quarters is putting on that's going to be singing and skits. What else do we have?
Well, there will be more for sure. Those are all that's on the website now. Also, some of the houses will be available to tour Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That will be a separate price. But if you didn't get a chance to see that house, and you really want to go see it, you might be able to see that. So that'll also be listed on that website. So there's more information still coming. Larry asked, what is a citizen? So we have a monthly membership program on our website, ourrestorationnation.com. And to become a citizen, it's $5 a month. We give you first access to things, which is primarily what we're talking about today. You'll have first access to tickets. You'll have discounts on things.
And there's lots of extra. It's like a learning page too. So it has my book on how to finance historic homes. It has tons of tips and tricks. It's got other videos. It's a lot. It's like a membership group where you get lots of extra content from us. And there's a Facebook page where
it's got a podcast that we occasionally add to.
No, you and your spouse do not both have to be citizens. Just one of you. Deborah wants me to go over one more time which things are bought in which places. So if it's an ORN event, if it's one of the things that we just read off of this page, the
breakfast, the lunch,
let me read it.
Okay.
Fun with Friends at Frankie's, Big Easy at Belmont, Faith, Hope, and Love at Hope Farm, Moonlight at Mount Repose, and the Sing Along with the Mayor at Pleasant Hill will all be purchased on ourrestorationnation.com. Everything else is on pilgrimagenatchez.com. And eventually, our events will all also be limited. I'll also be offered on pilgrimagenatchez.com. But that is a public website open to everybody. Everybody knows about it. And if we put them on there, that means the 8,000 people that will be coming to pilgrimage will be able to buy those tickets. And we don't want them to get those tickets before you can get those tickets.
So Larry, go to ourrestorationnation.com and there's a Become a Citizen.
Yeah, Become a Citizen tab,
yes.
And that'll take you through it. First of all, I'm a delight. Just want you to know.
Anything else?
Somebody wants to know what's our take on Longwood. Longwood is our favorite house in Natchez.
What's our take on Longwood? Oh, we love Longwood so much.
Yeah. If you're coming to Natchez and you only have time for one house, do Longwood.
Yeah,
it's evocative.
Here's the thing. If you are enamored by plaster, decorative arts, then Stanton Hall is your house.
Yeah.
If you love construction, and let's be honest, the mammoth size of this place and the unique structure of this house.
Yeah, if you
Longwood is your house.
Well, there's so much more that's evocative. I can't put into
Longwood
words.
Longwood is one of a kind.
Why Longwood is so special. But when you are there is so much about it that is so, so, so special. There are several pet-friendly lodgings, Tom, here in town. And if you don't want to do a bed and breakfast, there's a Hampton Inn that's spectacular. It's great. I mean, it's wonderful. Yeah. And it's really well priced. Holiday Inn Express. A couple of those places have pet-friendly rooms. I think the guest house maybe pet-friendly. Natchez itself is very pet-friendly. So you're going to find pet-friendly places to stay. And then somebody asked,
bring your dog for us to pet.
That's the only thing. You got to bring him to Hope Farm. That's the only thing. And then somebody asked, are the Hope Farm dinner tickets limited? They are not. We can seat 500 people here if we need to. I hope not.
So we're hoping for 500 people here. Now, the same thing with Mount Repose. That is an enormous property, and we'll be all over the place there. So
yeah, going through the tour might get a little crowded going through Mount Repose and going through Hope Farm, but we might just have to do it in shifts.
We'll do it in shifts, yeah.
Matthew, shorts or coats? Brother, there's a long stretch between shorts and coats. In between, truly, it should be the end of March, should be 70s, mid to high 70s. It should be like perfect weather. Now,
yeah, I don't think you're going to need shorts. It's not like it's the August one
that
we had that was 108.
No. No misery like we had the first year. The only thing we worry about is it going to rain? But it poured. We had a tsunami last year. We had not a tsunami. A deluge?
Deluge.
And a typhoon. And we had a great time anyway. We had a fabulous time. Okay. Anything else about the weekend, the pilgrimage? Where to buy tickets, our events, anything?
We love your channel. Thank you.
Okay, so this is what we didn't talk about. Jay also wants to know, are the homes more colonial versus Victorian?
Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah. This is really big to talk about.
We've changed.
How did we miss this?
An earth-shattering change for pilgrimage in Natchez, Mississippi.
And it's for you, mostly.
It's for you. We are adding this year postbellum homes. This is the first time in the 100-year history of pilgrimage that Victorian era homes are on tour. And we have added 2 spectacular ones for you. So there are new homes. So the homes that you will see are everywhere from the Spanish colonial period, Hope Farm, which we think was built in 1723, but we can say that it was built in 1775, all the way through 1902. You've got the full range of homes. Will we be at the events that are not ORN events? I will be for sure. Whether or not he will be at all of them, I don't know.
I imagine I will be. And what else am I going to be doing?
I mean, you might be giving tours while I'm zipping around doing other stuff.
They're all at night though. So, yeah.
Is there a list of houses that are on the 18th tour? Yes. Go to the pilgrimagenatchez.com website. Go to plan your tour. You'll scroll down and the 18 homes all have a tiny little 30-second video. Is it preview home? What's the
watch video?
Watch video.
Watch video.
And you can see you get a little amuse-bouche of what you're going to find in that home. So you can kind of pick and choose.
That's the best way to pick. If you're not going to be able to see all 18 houses, which it's going to be difficult to do, but it's doable. Then you can pick which ones you want to see by watching those videos and choosing which houses.
Like that looks really interesting.
So all of on the plan your trip, it spells out completely how it works this year. Then it shows you every house, every private home that's on tour. And then it shows you all the events that we have listed so far, tells you about those, gives you those ticket prices. You can purchase those now on the website. I had something else I was going to say. So, I mean, the first time in over 90 years that this has been happening in Natchez, there are Victorian homes. And that's because, I mean, a lot of you, that's your favorite style of home, Victorian. Yeah. And, one of them, we have 2 this year. They're going to revolve every pilgrimage, right?
Yes. So there'll be new houses every year.
One of them is filled with treasure.
Unbelievable.
If you like history, especially history of Natchez.
Of the whole United States.
The United States.
It's unbelievable.
Full.
Like there are things in
I don't know how they're going to get that tour in.
That should be in the Smithsonian. And I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating.
That's how great that is.
When I go into her house, I'm like, how do you have these things just in your house? Like just on the wall. And she mentions them so casually, like, oh, that's that, whatever. And so I'm like, that is a national treasure. But anyway.
And like 3 houses down from that is that one is Elodie's Cottage. This one is Ravenna Side. So if you've been to Ravenna, which is one of the wonderful antebellum homes here, Ravenna Side is right next to it, built by the same people as a party house, basically, that they ended up moving into, right? Beautiful home.
Unbelievable.
Very large stained glass and the woodwork and the mantels.
All
it's just
the things
gorgeous.
you want in a Victorian period home,
More
right?
Natchez history of people, important people live there.
History.
So those 2 houses have never been on tour before.
Yeah.
You got to come see them because this was the only time they will ever be on tour.
Yeah, they'll never be on tour again. Okay.
Seemed like there was one other thing I was going to say. I don't remember what it was. Do you know?
I don't know. I don't know what you were going to say. I wish I knew what you were going to say.
We're the cutest couple. I'm always going to read that stuff. Why don't y'all have a TV show? You're watching it right now.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
There's actually a whole explanation video on this channel.
Why we don't have a TV show? Hey, YouTube is our TV channel.
And we love it.
It's as professional as it's going to get.
And then let's know if Auburn is going to be open for touring this year. We still don't know.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I saw that question.
Okay.
Auburn is back mostly in the full hands of the Historic Natchez Foundation, and they're doing some things with it. They've worked on the columns really hard.
You go ahead. I'm going to hang on.
But we don't know what their plans are exactly, so couldn't answer that. It is a beautiful home.
Somebody asked about Gray Kitty. I was going to try. I was
try to find Gray Kitty.
Try to show you Gray Kitty because she was in here a second ago, but she is a very independent woman, and she comes and goes through the doggy door
as she feels.
As she sees. Yeah. She says who.
So she
says when. She says who.
We have Cat and Gray Cat now. If you missed that on one of our other things. And $1 million.
It is our laundry room behind us, Cynthia. And no, you can't see in it.
Yeah, that's the room we added on.
Wreck.
We've had so many people that watch the video of this cottage, and we're wondering about that. So yes, that door goes into. There used to be a back door there, and that goes into the new laundry room.
The closet and laundry room.
Yeah.
How many Pomeranians do we have? three little precious pumpkin babies. They're darlings, my little loves. And if you come to the Restoring Hope Weekend, you probably get to meet them.
Any other questions about our family?
There's the chair back again just for Patrick. Any other questions about the weekends? Let's see. Is there a map offered? Yes, there will be maps. So when you come, if you come to our breakfast especially, but no matter when you come or how you get there, you'll get a map that has all the houses and then where they are. And then how you'll be able to see how to get there. You won't even need, like you're asking how to get from house to house. Like when you see the map, you'll see how easy it is to get from house to house. Now, I would say that 50% of it is walkable.
Walkable. So walkable, I mean, there are, how many houses are downtown?
Well, see, now you put me on the spot.
10, 12.
Yeah.
You know, Hope Farm is, if you come, Hope Farm is a little bit out of downtown, I would say.
But if you're from a big city, it's even walkable.
Oh, it's easy.
Like if you live in like in New York or Chicago or wherever, and you're used to walking, you can walk to Hope Farm from downtown.
Yeah, if you wanted to walk 4 or 5 miles, you could walk 10 or 12 houses.
Except for the ones in Washington, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very, very walkable.
Like Lansdowne's a little further out. Washington's further out. What else? I mean, it's Hope Farm.
Of the in-town houses, Hope Farm's probably the furthest one out. Yeah, and we're in the middle of.
I mean, and we're right by Dunley.
We are closer to the donut shop. So see, you can walk to Hope Farm, and then you walk another block and get yourself a donut to power up for the trip back home.
I was gonna say we're like 2-3 blocks from Dunley, so it's we're very close to everything.
If you stay
probably
at Dunley,
know where Dunley is.
You can walk to Hope Farm, and then you can walk to downtown. I mean, it's just very easy. It's all very, very, very easy. Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
We rock.
That's awesome. Thank you. I'm trying. My skin's getting saggy in places, though. I don't like it. You know, when the fat doesn't fill it out anymore. Yes, Rusty, the Shake Shop is also on the way to Hope Farm, so that's a great place to shop. It is a famous Shake Shack.
Yes,
that's right.
As seen in many movies, I think. Most recently in the
Get On Up
movie.
There is not an event at Propinquity this year. We were hoping there would be.
There's not an ORN event, but
no, there's no event. They're just staying open for tour.
What about those?
I don't know if it's there yet or not.
Okay, we don't know.
There is no scheduled event at Propinquity.
No.
They are staying open though the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That is not officially pilgrimage. They are staying open for tour, and there are several houses that are staying open. So if you came and you stayed over, they're staying open that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you can come tour. Now that is a different ticket that you'd have to, it's not included in one of those package tickets because the package tickets are only for the weekend. So you'd have to buy individually at the door for those houses if you came during the week. But will be many of the houses that are open for tour those days.
No, I wouldn't park at Hope Farm and walk everywhere because like we said, it's a little further out from downtown. Stanton Hall is a pretty good place to park, or just on one of the main street. Or
all the streets have on-street parking everywhere.
Yeah, and it's not terribly crowded usually, so parking's not bad.
And we'll get like we did last year, where we had our RN people will get a page that has discounts from vendors in town, all the downtown vendors. So if you want to go downtown and shop, if you have your lanyard on and your sheet, you'll get discounts at all the stores. So like you can walk to to all the shops, and then you can walk to a house, and you can walk to a restaurant. So all of it's very, 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 very friendly.
Yeah. So Monmouth is about equally far from everything that Hope Farm is, I would say, which is not further. It may be a little further.
And the thing about Hope Farm is we're still walkable because the sidewalk comes from downtown to Hope Farm, but it does stop before it gets all the way out to Monmouth. Monmouth is further than we are. Look, now he's got to think about it.
I'm trying to think if there's a sidewalk.
Instead
is there
of
not a sidewalk on that?
No, I don't. There's not.
Divided road there?
No. Anyway, any funny, y'all? He just completely forgets that there's all these people watching this and has to think about whether or not there's a sidewalk.
Hey, they're dying to know if there's a sidewalk, so I gotta help them out.
Okay, well, I think that feels like everything. Remember the 2 websites you're going to want to visit: ourrestorationnation.com for the events that we went over. Tuesday at noon. Or Wednesday at noon, depending upon whether or not you're a citizen, and then pilgrimagenatchez.com. All right.
All right. I think that's it. Now we got to close all these out, right?
I know. All right.
Thanks for watching, guys. We love y'all. We can't wait to see you again. And hopefully all you sane folks will come and even more this time. So can't wait to get to know you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see if we can cancel all these. How you quit it?
Right there.
Finish.
Oops, we're still going here.
Move it. End.
Whoops.